The generator kicks on at 5:43 every morning. Not because Marcus Hale said it that way, it just does that now. Something in the timer he wired together 3 winters ago. A combination of a salvaged thermostat and a relay switch he pulled from an old dryer. He stopped trying to understand exactly why it runs when it runs. It works. That's the whole story. Marcus is 41. He spent 11 years doing facilities maintenance for a resort complex outside Bend, Oregon. The kind of job where you learn that most systems fail quietly long before anyone notices. He bought this 12 acres in the Wallowa foothills of northeastern Oregon 6 years ago for reasons that were mostly financial and partly stubborn. He wanted to build something that didn't depend on anyone else's infrastructure. He's still building it. The cabin itself is small. 1 main room, a loft sleeping area, a narrow kitchen counter that doubles as a workbench when he's soldering something. The walls are exposed pine, darkened near the stovepipe from a flue problem he fixed imperfectly 2 seasons ago and hasn't fully corrected since. There's a handwritten chart above the sink listing tank levels, filter change dates, and he labeled issues that has entries back 4 years in different colored pens. Water comes from a gravity-fed cistern uphill, collected off the metal roof into a buried tank. In summer, it's reliable. In late October, when the leaves start dropping and the first hard freezes come, Marcus starts watching the intake line the way other people watch weather forecasts. Last year, it froze for 9 days. He hauled water in 5-gallon jugs from a neighbor's well 4 miles down the road. A slow, tedious process he describes in his notes simply as the jug situation. Heat runs on wood with a propane backup he almost never uses because the propane delivery truck can't make it up his road after November. He cuts and splits in August and September, stacking cords along the east wall of the cabin where the overhang keeps most of the rain off. Most of the rain. The bottom layer gets damp. He burns it anyway in the mornings when the stove can handle wetter wood without too much trouble. The cabin smells faintly of pine smoke from October through March. Power is solar, with a battery bank he's been slowly expanding since year 2. 4 panels on a ground mount he built from steel conduit, angled for the low winter sun. The battery bank lives in an insulated box outside the north wall, something he built after the first winter taught him that cold kills battery capacity faster than anything else. In January, he rations. No space heaters, no electric cooking. The laptop runs on a strict schedule, charged between noon and 2 when the panels are working hardest. He cooks on propane mostly, but has a 2-burner rocket stove outside he uses through the summer to save tank fuel. The kitchen is functional and slightly chaotic. A cast iron pan that never gets fully washed. A shelf of dry goods organized loosely by how often he uses them. A jar of sourdough starter he's kept alive for 3 years, sitting near the warmest part of the counter. He bakes bread maybe twice a week. It doesn't always turn out. He eats it anyway. The outhouse is 50 feet from the cabin, slightly too far in bad weather. He's been meaning to build a covered walkway for 2 years. The posts are cut and stacked outside. Other things keep coming first. What keeps a place like this running isn't any single system. It's the habit of attention. Marcus checks things in a particular order every morning. Tank gauge, battery readout, stove draft, then a slow walk around the outside to look for anything that changed overnight. Roof, wood pile, the panel mounts, the intake line in winter. It takes about 20 minutes. He's done it so many times it barely feels like a task anymore, more like a way of knowing where he is. There are parts of this life that are genuinely uncomfortable. The February nights when the temperature drops to single digits and the cabin holds heat unevenly. The weeks when the road becomes impassable and he simply doesn't go out. The slow accumulation of small repairs that never quite get finished before the next thing needs attention. But Marcus doesn't seem particularly bothered by any of it. He has the temperament of someone who finds problems interesting rather than threatening, a person who looks at a failing system and starts thinking about why before he starts thinking about whether. By 7 most mornings, the cabin is warm, coffee is on, the generator is still running its quiet background hum. Outside, the Wallowa Mountains sit pale and enormous against the early sky, entirely indifferent to whatever Marcus has managed to fix or not fix this week. He refills his mug, checks the battery readout, adds something to the chart above the sink. Then the day starts.